All right, Jets fans, welcome back to another deep dive here on our Winnipeg Jets news channel. And,
Absolutely.
it's a little bit of a tough one today.
It is.
Coming off of a
Bittersweet, for sure.
bittersweet, yeah, that 8-game winning streak was amazing.
It's amazing.
But all good things
Yeah, they do.
must come to an end, and that happened last night against Toronto.
Reality check, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, I mean, that's hockey, right?
That's hockey, baby.
Ups and downs.
That's the NHL for you.
But we're here to break it down.
That's what we do.
And maybe you learn a thing or two
Sometimes you learn more.
from a loss than a win.
Exactly. Sometimes you need to get punched in the nose a little bit.
Yeah, and I think,
Learn a lesson.
speaking of getting punched in the nose,
Yeah.
I got to say that 5-on-5 play was
Yeah.
a little rough.
Rough is putting it lightly, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the Leafs were just buzzing around our zone.
They were all over us.
And Pionk and Sandberg.
In our own end.
Yeah,
Couldn't get anything going.
no,
Pionk and Sandberg.
not their best.
Whew. Let's just say they've had better nights.
Yeah,
Coach Arniel even said it himself in the post-game interview.
what did he say?
He basically said they punch us in the nose. They just weren't matching the Leafs' intensity.
Yeah, and that's what's frustrating as a fan, right?
It is.
Like, you see the talents there.
It is.
You know these guys are capable of
Exactly.
so much more.
It's like, where's the disconnect?
Yeah, so why the disconnect at 5-on-5?
You gotta figure that out.
That's the million-dollar question.
That's what we're here for.
And it's not just a one-time thing either.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a pattern.
It's starting to become a bit of a
Yeah.
pattern. And I think that's what's most concerning.
That's concerning.
If it was just one bad night, you could brush it off.
Yeah, every team has a bad night.
Exactly. But
When it's consistent,
when it keeps happening,
that's when you gotta start digging deeper. And trying to figure out what's going on.
exactly.
Is it a personnel issue?
Yeah.
Is it a system issue?
Is it coaching?
Or is it just a matter of the guys,
Yeah.
not executing,
roster.
not being on the same page?
And then they tried to shake up the lines a bit in the third.
Oh, yeah. What do you think of that?
Did that do anything?
Could that spark anything?
I mean, Kyle Connor even said it himself,
What do you say?
that it didn't really lead to anything.
Interesting.
Offensively, it was just kind of, they were trying to force something.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just let the guys play
That wasn't there.
and figure it out.
Yeah. So is that a sustainable strategy long term, do you think?
I don't know. I'm not so sure.
I don't think so.
I think chemistry is huge
That is.
in hockey.
Absolutely.
These guys need time to gel,
To build that,
to develop that understanding of each other.
that chemistry.
And you start shuffling lines too much.
It disrupts
You
everything.
disrupt that flow. You disrupt that chemistry.
So if shuffling lines isn't the answer, what is?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
We'll have to dive into that a little bit later. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
Stay tuned, Jets fans.
We'll be right back.
We're just getting started. Okay, so we're back. And before we get back to that 5-on-5 situation,
Right.
let's talk about the one thing that was working
Yeah.
really well last night.
The bright spot.
Yeah, and that was
Absolutely.
the power play.
Oh, man. I mean,
Talk about a bright spot.
4 goals,
4 goals.
all on the power play or 6 on 5.
Yeah, either power play or 6-on-5.
So,
Talk about clutch.
yeah, just to kind of put it in perspective for everyone at home.
Yeah.
How good is this Jets power play right now?
They're number 1 in the league.
Number 1
Number 1 in the NHL.
in the NHL.
With a 38% success rate.
48%.
48%.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's like scoring on
every other.
practically every other power play.
I mean, can they even keep that up?
I don't know.
Is that sustainable?
I mean, probably not.
Probably not.
Realistically speaking, regression to the mean,
Well, yeah.
at some point they're going to cool off.
Right.
But even if they cool off a bit,
It's still a weapon.
it's still a weapon.
It's a game changer.
It is.
So what are they doing differently this year?
Well, Josh Morrissey was talking about it
Yeah.
after the game, and he was emphasizing pace and execution
Yeah.
and creating opportunities from different areas on the ice.
I noticed that.
They're not just relying on one set play.
Yeah, like they're always
They're always moving.
They're finding those lanes.
Play lanes.
And then, boom,
Boom.
Ehlers with the quick release.
Connor with that cannon.
Or Scheifele,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
from the slot.
Yeah.
Just like beautiful chaos.
I love it.
Yeah. And speaking of Ehlers and that pop position,
Oh, yeah. The pop.
for those who don't know what that is,
Yeah. Explain it.
so basically he sets up right at the top of the circles, and he's ready to just one-time it.
One-timer.
And it takes some incredible skill and timing to do that.
It does.
And Ehlers is
He's a master.
mastering it.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a high-risk, high-reward play.
yes, it is.
And he's one of the few guys that can actually pull it off.
He makes it work.
Yeah, he's like coiled spring,
Yes.
just waiting to explode.
And when he does, it's beautiful.
It's magic.
So, I mean,
So even with those 5-on-5 struggles,
with me with that.
this power play gives them a chance to win any game.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, a good power play can mask a lot of,
it can.
especially the regular season.
Yeah, but we want this team to be a contender.
Of course.
And to do that, you got to
You need
fix
to be good at 5-on-5.
you got to fix that 5-on-5.
For sure.
So let's get back to that third period against the Leafs.
Okay.
Even though they were down, there was that little spark.
There was a moment.
Yeah.
A spark.
And it reminded me of last year's playoffs.
Ooh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And Coach Bonus's famous pushback speech.
Oh, yes.
The resilience.
That resilience.
That just refusal to quit.
That no-quit attitude.
Yeah, even when things are
Even when things are tough.
going bad.
You know, they're down by a couple goals.
Yeah.
But they're still battling.
And Morrissey said it best after the game. He said,
Would you say?
"We believe we're a great hockey team. We believe in each other and our systems."
You know, that's not just talk.
No,
That's belief.
that's belief.
And that belief breeds success.
Yeah, and I think that belief comes from that playoff experience last year.
I think so, too.
You know, they went through some adversity.
They faced adversity.
They learned from it.
They learn from it.
And now they're applying it.
They're growing.
Yeah, they have something to prove.
I love that.
But is it a fleeting response
Now, that's the question.
to the pressure? Or is it a real sign of growth?
Is it a sign of a mental shift
Yeah.
in the team?
And that's what makes this season so intriguing.
It does.
It's like we're watching
It's a roller coaster.
this team in transition.
We're strapped in,
Yeah, finding its identity.
and we're along for the ride.
And it's a roller coaster ride.
It is.
Okay, so there's one more thing I want to touch on before we wrap up.
Okay. That's on your mind?
Morrissey,
Yeah.
after the game,
Yeah. He had a lot to say.
he did.
Post game.
And he was talking about,
Yeah.
you know, the need for relentlessness,
Uh-huh.
for winning those small
It
battles
was the little things.
throughout the game.
Yeah.
He even said
What'd he say?
those small battles usually add up to good things happening. And I thought that was really interesting.
What struck you about that?
Well, I think it's easy to kind of get caught up.
In the big picture.
Yeah, the big picture.
The goals, the
You know, there-
flashy play.
There's goals, the scores,
Yeah.
and sometimes you forget about those little things.
The grind and
The grinded out
or
moments.
the battles along the boards.
Yeah.
The blocked shots.
Yeah.
The relentless forecheck.
Exactly. And those things can really shift momentum
They can.
and decide the outcome of a game.
Absolutely.
It's like
Yeah.
building a house.
Okay.
You need a good foundation
Yeah, you gotta have that solid base.
to build on.
Yeah. I like that analogy.
And I think in hockey that foundation is
Yeah.
it's grit.
It's determination.
It's winning those small battles.
Winning those battles consistently.
Yeah, consistently.
It's about being hard to play against.
Yes.
You know, even when you're not scoring goals,
exactly.
you're still making life difficult for the other team.
It's like a mental game
It is.
within the game.
A mental battle.
And I think that's something that
Coach Bonus.
Coach Bonus has been preaching,
Since day one.
yeah, since he came to Winnipeg.
He wants a team that's mentally tough.
He wants that mental toughness.
Yeah, a team that doesn't back down from a challenge.
And we saw glimpses of that
We did.
in that third period against
I
Toronto.
know they didn't fold.
Even though they were down.
They kept fighting.
Yeah.
Kept pushing.
So that gives me hope.
Me too.
I mean, even in a loss,
Yeah.
you saw signs of growth.
Absolutely.
You saw that they're developing that right mindset.
You're buying in.
And if they can combine that with the talent they have,
Oh.
watch out.
Look out, NHL.
Yeah,
This team could be dangerous.
exactly. And that's what makes this season so exciting.
It is.
You know, we're watching this team evolve
It's a process.
in real time.
It's going to take time.
Yeah. And
The potential is there.
the potential is there.
Absolutely.
So as we look ahead to that game against Detroit,
The Red Wings?
yeah, keep an eye on those small battles,
Those little things.
those moments of grit and determination,
Yeah.
because those are the things
They're the things that make a difference.
that are going to decide if the Jets can bounce back
Absolutely.
and get back to their winning ways.
Couldn't agree more.
So what do you think, Jets fans?
What are your predictions for the Detroit game?
Yeah, head down to the comments
Let us know.
and let us know what you think.
And as always,
And of course,
don't forget to like and subscribe
hit that subscribe button
to our channel.
so you don't miss any of our deep dives.
We've got more great content coming your way.
Thanks for joining us.
Go Jets!
Go!
Go Jets! Go after